Imagine a world reshaped. Coastlines redrawn, entire cities vanish beneath the waves. This isn't science fiction, it's the stark reality we face if all the ice on Earth melts. A chilling thought, isn't it? Yet, it's a possibility we can't afford to ignore. The polar ice caps, massive glaciers, all gone. What happens next is a story of dramatic change and global consequences. This isn't some distant future. The ice is melting now, faster than ever before. The cause? Our changing climate. It's a problem we created, and it's one we need to solve. Let's dive into this watery future and understand the stakes. The fate of our planet, our civilization, hangs in the balance. The most immediate impact? A catastrophic rise in sea levels. We're talking about a rise of over 200 feet. Imagine the Statue of Liberty, head to toe, submerged. That's the scale of the change we're talking about. Coastal cities, home to billions, would be inundated, millions upon millions displaced, the very map of Earth redrawn. But it's not just about lost land. Salt water would infiltrate freshwater sources, drinking water, agriculture devastated. Ecosystems would collapse, the delicate balance of nature upended. This isn't just an environmental crisis, it's a humanitarian one, a global catastrophe of unprecedented proportions. Rising sea levels are just the beginning. The interconnectedness of Earth's systems means one change triggers many. The influx of fresh water from melting ice disrupts ocean currents. These currents, the planet's heat distribution system, go haywire. Weather patterns become unpredictable. Extreme weather events, the new normal. Hurricanes more powerful than ever before, batter coastlines. Droughts cripple once fertile lands. Flooding becomes commonplace. The delicate balance that sustains life on Earth, thrown into disarray. The consequences for humanity? Dire. Food shortages, mass migrations, global conflict over dwindling resources. Section 4, Lost Cities, Atlantis rises, modernity falls. Let's talk specifics. What happens to our iconic cities? London submerged, New York City swallowed by the sea, the entire state of Florida gone. Shanghai, Dhaka, Tokyo, all underwater. These aren't just names on a map, they're centers of culture, commerce, human life. Their loss would be immeasurable. And it's not just coastal cities. Low-lying island nations would vanish entirely. Their people, climate refugees. The very existence of entire cultures wiped out. The human cost of this catastrophe is almost too vast to comprehend, but we must confront it, because this is the future we face if we fail to act. Section 5. The human factor, climate change and our collective responsibility. This isn't a natural disaster. This is a human-made crisis. Our reliance on fossil fuels is the driving force behind climate change. The release of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere is trapping heat, warming the planet and melting the ice. We're the architects of our own potential destruction. But there's hope. We have the knowledge, the technology to course correct. We can transition to renewable energy sources. We can reduce our carbon footprint. We can invest in sustainable practices. The challenge is not one of capability. It's one of collective will. It's time for action. Section 6. A call to action. Charting a course for a sustainable future. The future of our planet, our civilization, is in our hands. The consequences of inaction are catastrophic. But the power to change course lies within us. We need to act now, decisively and collectively. This isn't about politics, it's about our survival. We need to demand action from our leaders. We need to hold ourselves accountable. We need to make sustainable choices in our daily lives. The time for complacency is over. The time for action is now. Let's turn the tide. Let's rewrite the future. Let's ensure that the story of humanity doesn't end with the melting of the ice.